Well, how's that?
Wonderful.
Oh, come on, Scotty. At least you got a couple punches in.
Yeah, but it's the last punch that counts, you know?
I couldn't believe the two of you. You act like a couple of high school kids.
Well, I want to thank you for not getting in the way.
Oh, sure, I'm going to get between you and Luke Spencer. Besides, you probably had it coming.
You know, I really don't blame him for coming over and doing that. I would have done the same thing.
Then what are you so mad about?
Because I didn't do this.
Do what?
Send those rap sheets to the press here, you know? Somebody else did it. Somebody else is after Luke.
Like who? Who would even know about
I don't
that?
know, Heather. But somebody is. Wait a minute. They might just be after me, you know? Somebody must be trying to get at me somehow. I don't know why or who.
Shh, don't even try to figure it out right now.
Listen, I would never do anything to Ruby or Bobbie.
I know. I believe you.
I was just trying to put a little pressure on them so they would talk Luke out of running for this mayor.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time one of your great plans backfired.
I just can't figure out who would have done it and why they would have turned those rap sheets over like that. I can't figure... Oh, now, who's that?
Ouch! Glass. Glass. That's wonderful.
You'll survive.
Oh, Heather? Scotty's office said I'd find him here.
Over there.
Well, I see Luke got here ahead of me.
Yeah, but you would have been proud of me. I turned the other cheek. Repeatedly.
I have absolutely no sympathy for you, Scotty.
I don't care whether you believe me or not. You know, I don't fight with you. I've had too many fights today, all right? Just believe what you want to believe.
I came here to do more than that, Scotty.
I know. You're going to fire me as your campaign manager.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to know something. I'm your only chance. You do realize that of ever winning.
You don't get it, do you? I would rather lose than sink to your level.
Yeah, well, by the time this is over, you might end up doing both.
Oh, you got to get the last word in always, don't you?
Yes, I do. I do.
Oh, come on, Gail. Let's get out of here before I'm tempted to finish the job Luke started.
Nice seeing you both.
I thought he'd be here by now. Maybe he hasn't read the paper yet. No, knowing Brock, that's the first thing he does every morning.
Oh, honey, I'm sure he understands how terribly you feel.
Either that or he's so hurt and angry he doesn't even want to talk to me right now. I'll get it. Who is it?
Hi.
Hi, Jim. Come on in.
Ah, there you are. Thought I'd drop by and give you a ride to work. Hi, Jess.
Dan? I think you'd better go without me. I don't think I'm quite up to that today.
I thought that might be your attitude.
If you're going to try to talk me out of it, don't.
I'm just reminding you of a time. A time that has a lot to do with right now.
Telling you and telling the world, those are two different things.
Well, that may be. But when you told me you held your head high, at least try that technique with the rest of the world. What have you got to lose?
Honey, the rest of the world is not as understanding as Dan.
You might be surprised.
And if I'm not?
It's their problem that they're a bunch of narrow-minded bigots.
Dan has a good point, Ruby.
Guess. Maybe.
Well, you gotta be sure, or no one will buy it.
Okay. Head high. Proud of what I've become, and not ashamed of what I did.
There you go.
Ready to face the world.
Bobbie?
No, Dan, I'm not scheduled to go in today. I think I'm going to wait here for Brock to come over.
I'll go with you, Dan. I have a fairly heavy schedule today.
There's room for everybody.
Honey, are you going to be all right alone?
I'm going to be just fine. You do what Dan says. You hold your head up high.
You do the same.
I will.
Okay. Let's do it.
How'd it go with the newspaper?
Well, I found out it was Scott Baldwin that dug the muck up and sent it to the paper. Of course, the editor, Shelton, is as much responsible as he is.
Well, there's not much you can do. Damage is done.
I don't know. You know, I'm sick of this town. Sick of these people with their minds closed and their eyes shut. They decide that it's not all right to have down periods in your lives, like everybody's supposed to be perfect, like them.
Honey, they don't mean any harm.
I don't think they mean anything they do, Connie. I think we live in a middle-of-the-road world, and I'm sick of it.
All right, so what are you going to do?
Maybe I'm going to chuck it.
Chuck what?
This whole preposterous idea of running for mayor. I don't want to be mayor of these people. That's a joke. I think I'm going to pull out of the campaign. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Luke, wait.
Oh, well, what a surprise.
Yeah, well,
Heavens, the two illegitimates. A big illegitimate and a little illegitimate.
Well, we came by to say hi to Daddy, right?
Oh, which daddy is that? You both have different ones, you know.
I know about Jason, but I came by to say hi to Mike.
Oh, well, both you and Jason are in luck. They're both in the living room. Hello, Jimmy Lee.
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
What are you doing?
Let me take him up to Mrs. Quartermaine. She'd love to see him.
Okay,
My,
go ahead.
Stella, that's the best idea you've had all day.
Want to go see Granny? Yeah, good boy.
Granny. Isn't that cute?
Adorable.
There's always a chance we could settle for less.
If you think the Charno family would even consider a settlement, you're crazy. We have no defense. They'll kill us.
Sounds like somebody's talking lawsuit.
Well, not against us, against Bulan Pharmaceuticals, which ELQ happens to own. They lost a patient at the hospital yesterday due to some contaminated Bulan Pharmaceuticals.
That's tough. It's worse than that. If Bulan goes down, ELQ's going to lose millions.
Well, look, if you guys get into trouble, I mean, just ask me. I'll keep you afloat with the whole Quartermaine construction.
Aha! Oh, for joy! A whole $4 a week. You can have lunch at Kelly's once a week.
Look, I'm serious. If we get hit, we have to stick together. And if we do, just ask me.
Would you do me a favor? Would you save all of this kind of loyalty for your fellow laborers down on the waterfront?
It's not an act, Alan.
You mean to tell me you would turn over all your assets to us like that?
That's right. If you needed it, yes.
Well, of course you would, my boy. And so would you, Alan. We Quartermaines stick together. I thank you very much, Jimmy Lee. I don't think I'm going to need your money, but I sure do appreciate the offer.
Hi there, cousin.
Nice try, Jimmy Lee.
I saw the two of you sitting here, and I thought you might like some nice hot coffee.
Oh, how thoughtful, Miss Dearborn, but I'm afraid I must be going.
So soon, Professor?
My work awaits me.
Oh, well, then I'll just have to find some other takers.
Thank you for the offer, though.
You are most welcome.
Doctor, if you don't mind my saying so, you are beginning to look awfully run down.
Long days can do that to you.
Well, maybe you should consider taking on an assistant, as I suggested.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? I'm afraid it's out of the question. What I'm doing is as secret as the last project. No, as I said before, I can't allow anyone near me, no one in the office.
Well, that won't go on too much longer, I hope.
Not long at all, if there are no more interruptions. I'll hope to have dinner with you and Celia when they let you out of here, Grant.
It'd be nice, sir. Take care, Professor.
Bye-bye, Grant.
Garrison, report to Dr. Gonzalez in the clinic. Nurse Garrison, report to Dr. Gonzalez. Oh, no, you don't. Sit down there and wait.
What was in the coffee, Natalie? Strychnine?
Grant, I said sit down there and wait. I'll be right back.
Luke's place.
Gregory,
I told you not to call me here.
this is important.
What's the matter?
You've got trouble. Big trouble.
I had to be down at the expo site at dawn. The contractor and I were going over some of the foundation plans. It's not bad enough they're 2 days behind. All of a sudden, I come home and I read this.
Brock, I can explain.
There's nothing to explain. It's lies. It's just a bunch of lies. And if they don't retract it, I'm going to sue their pants off. Newspapers. There was a time when they had some integrity. Now they'll print anything as long as they're going to sell newspapers. Well, I'll tell you something. It's going to end, and it's going to end right now, because no one's going to get away with printing filthy lies like this.
Brock.
I'm telling you that.
Not.
I'm telling you, no one's going to wait. We're going to hire a lawyer. We're going to hire the best lawyer, and I'm not going to wait for the retraction. I am going to sue them right now,
Brock.
because you are a private citizen. You have rights, and something like this is just going to ruin your whole life.
Brock, listen to me. They are not lies.
What?
It's all true.
I don't believe it. No.
I was. It was a long
Look,
time
I don't-
ago, and I was a very different person then.
I don't believe
Look,
anything. I just don't believe it.
And I was going to tell you.
Wait a minute. What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me that you gave it away to anyone with money? Anyone? And you kept me waiting? That's exactly what you did!
You can't compare the
What am I supposed to do, darling? You keep me waiting? You play the good girl? Well, I got news for you. From now on, you better get used to waiting. Better get very used to it, because you're going to have to wait. You may have to wait a hell of a long time.
Well, I see that you're alone. I was afraid I'd get here too early.
Oh, come on, Jimmy Lee. Why don't you admit it? Weren't you kind of, hoping you'd drop in on us?
No, not really. And I would have covered the kid's eyes at the appropriate time.
Oh, you're such a gentleman. Come on, Jason.
So, how did it go?
Well, fine. Luckily, Scotty got here a little bit early, too. Just about 5 minutes before Luke came over and punched him out.
Luke came here and punched him out. Great. Why?
Well, apparently there was some story that was leaked to the newspaper. And Luke blamed Scotty for it. I don't really care. I got what I wanted. What's this?
Look, Heather, I think that having Scotty here was stupid.
Why? Wouldn't make any difference. Luke would have found Scotty and beat him up wherever Scotty was.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having him here for what you wanted. Alan could have come by at any time.
Yeah, and Alan would have knocked.
Oh, yeah, and that would have been just great. Just great. You opening the door in all your glory. I'm sure Lila would love to know that her grandson is growing up in a cat house. And tell you the truth, I don't approve of it either.
Don't you get moralistic with me, Jimmy Lee. Who do you think you are? You know, you're not the kid's father. You don't care about him any more than I do. You're just using him, like me, to get next to the Quartermaine cash.
Only a twisted mind like yours come up with something like that.
Oh, come on. At least I'm honest enough to admit it. So we're both users. If I can get what I want from Scotty, I'm going to do it. And too bad if you don't like it.
I don't like it.
Who cares? You're not using anything to get me what I want. So I'm going to use what I have to get what I want. Any place I want. And if you don't like it, that's too bad, country boy.
Luke, listen to me.
Look, I don't want to listen to you unless you're going to talk dirty to me. I don't want to lecture.
This isn't a lecture. Honey, I know what you're going through.
I don't think you do.
All right, maybe not the exact situation, but I do know what it feels like to have a rug pulled out from under you. And the best thing that you can do is just roll with the punches.
Yeah, okay, I know that. It's just a little hard to roll with the wind knocked out of you.
You're tough. It'll pass.
Yeah, it'll pass, sure. I don't know, Connie. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. Maybe tough isn't best.
Yeah, I know. You know, there's a part of me that would love to forget the WSB. That part would be very happy with a little white picket fence and a couple of kids in the backyard somewhere. Yeah, they're days. They're days when I would trade all the excitement of being a spy for a sink full of dirty dishes.
Well, Robert's got a sink full. If he can do it, anybody can.
No. No, not anybody. Not you.
Why not?
Because you love it. The danger, the excitement.
Yeah, look, you know, I've heard that before.
All right, so you're tired, you're frustrated. Come on, you know as well as I do, you're not going to quit. You love the hell out of it.
How did you get to know me so good?
Well, you haven't made it exactly easy.
I know. That's why I asked the question.
My job, I guess.
Maybe what your job ought to be is campaign manager. Sure, no, it's great. You know, when I get in these roles where I want to chuck it all, then you could just talk me out of it.
Well, I'm not talking you out of anything. You're going to do what you want to. But don't say you're going to quit because it's too tough for you. Because it's not. Now, the truth is, if Bobbie and Ruby can weather it, then so can you.
That's right. I can weather it, I'm sure of that. I'm just not sure I want to play politics, you know?
You already are.
Oh, yeah? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah? All right. Put him on. Let me speak to him directly.
I suppose I should have told you. Lord knows I wanted to. Just come out with it. I just didn't know how you'd react.
Ruby, we're your friends.
Well, that's right. We'd be the first to understand.
You just have to have a little faith.
Look, I can't explain that part of my life. In fact, it's a total blank to me. But I know I did it. And I take full responsibility for it.
People recognize that.
And if they don't, what kind of friends were they in the first place?
Besides, that was a long time ago.
That was years ago, Ruby.
We've all done things we're not proud of.
Well, as long as you don't hold it against me.
We won't, Ruby.
That's just out of the question, you know.
Just put it all behind you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Oh, good lady.
He won't let me in.
He won't let you in where?
The lab, the office, anywhere. I tried again and again to convince him that he needs an assistant he can trust. They have already managed to convince him that no one is to be trusted.
Well, we've waited far too long now. We have no choice but a direct assault.
Gregory, that lab is like Fort Knox.
Now, we'll get you in, Grant. Don't worry about that. Then all you have to do is get the microfilm, eliminate Jerrold, and we'll get you out of the country.
If only it were going to be as easy as you make it sound.
Easy or difficult, you're going to do it. And you're going to do it my way.